Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video, and today, as you can tell, well, you couldn't really see it first, but I'm rocking the Jeepers Creepers shirt that this is like my first time wearing it, and as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Jeepers Creepers. Obviously, I got some props over here. I even have the shirt that Derry was wearing in the first movie, the Bannon shirt. I got the throwing star over there and the beating you license plate from the Creeper truck. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about what we know so far about Jeepers Creepers 4, I guess. Here's where it gets a little interesting. From what I know, it's not actually going to be branded as Jeepers Creepers 4, but it's going to be branded as Jeepers Creepers Reborn, and it's due to come out in the fall this year. Now, there has been a bunch of pictures of props and stuff that they're using for this movie, and even like a little teasers and behind the scenes and stuff, and it's been put on IMDB, and I'm going to show you the pictures, but I'm also going to read through some of the things that they have told us is going to happen in this movie. Before we get into that, the first thing I want to do is I want to say a big thank you to Tina, because I'm about to show you guys some of the props, and some of these props are voodoo dolls of the actual characters from the first movie, one of which being Derry, one of which being the crazy cat lady, the police officer in the car who got his head cut off through the roof of the car, the other police officer, the woman who got dragged out the car, and we never seen what happened to her, but apparently she died because there's a voodoo doll of her. There's also a voodoo doll of the guy who was like Derry found at the bottom of the pipe in the Creeper's House of Pain, and he was all stitched up here. There's a voodoo doll of him that's going to be in this movie, and there was another voodoo doll, and I had no idea. Considering I'm like a huge Jeepers Creepers fan, I could not for the life of me figure out who this voodoo doll was supposed to be. You guys are going to get to see all of the voodoo dolls, but Tina told me who it was, and I felt so stupid, and I felt like a failure. I felt like a disgrace to the Jeepers Creepers fandom. This voodoo doll had one missing leg, and it was wearing like a blue overalls, and I couldn't for the life of me figure it out. I was even thinking in the second movie, and I was like, who is that? I asked Tina, and she just told me right away. She was like, oh, that's the prisoner from the scene where like the Creeper gets into the prison in the first movie, and he's like eating his leg off. And I'm like, how did I not know that? But I want to say thank you to Tina for telling me that. I'm a letdown, guys. I'm a disgrace to the Jeepers Creepers fandom. Tina is more of a fan than I am. She's took my spot. I knew this day would come. But anyway, I'm going to cry about that in my own time. For now, we're just going to take a look at some things that we know is going to happen in this movie. And I'm going to show you guys on screen some of the pictures from behind the scenes, some of the props. And some of these facts are a little interesting, but we'll discuss my opinions on that after I tell you guys all this stuff. So this movie is going to be directed by Timo Varensola, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, probably not, and it's written by Sean Michael Argo. And the plot of the movie says, forced to travel with her boyfriend, Laine, she begins to experience premonitions associated with the urban myth of the Creeper. Laine believes that something supernatural has been summoned, and that she is at the center of it all. The first Jeepers Creepers installment to not have Victor Salva as the writer, producer, or director. In a tweet, director Timo Varensola confirmed that Victor Salva would not be involved or benefiting from the production of Jeepers Creepers Reborn. The film received development approval after Screen Media Films learned that the commercial success of Dynamite Entertainment's Jeepers Creepers comics released between 2018 and 2019. Jake Seal, Timo Varensola, and Sean Michael Argo spent a month and a half writing and polishing the details of the script. Timo Varensola and the production team originally wanted to film everything at once and get home on Christmas 2020, but it turned out to be impossible as COVID consumed 2 days of filming, and after that, the production took a Christmas break. Varensola missed the chance to get home for Christmas due to the instant COVID lockdown around the world due to the new strain of the virus in the UK, but found a way through France and Amsterdam. Production and redoing resumed at the beginning of January. The landscapes and natural backgrounds shown in the film were recorded in Louisiana, Texas, the United Kingdom, and Finland. Victor Salva had already written the script for Jeepers Creepers 4 and was expected to return with original star Gina Phillips, who played Trisha Jenner, as the lead after her brief appearance in Jeepers Creepers 3. This has since been rejected, and neither Salva or Phillips are involved. Similarly, the same happened with Salva's original 2008 script for Jeepers Creepers 3, titled Jeepers Creepers 3 Cathedral, with Trish as the lead. Salva had a script written, Phillips was ready to return, and the studio decided not to move forward with the idea. The cinematographer Brad Rushing confirmed the return of 2 actors who participated in the previous installments. At the end of the filming of the shots in Louisiana, the production held a goodbye party that included a lot of karaoke at Mackey's. Sean Michael Argo took as inspiration the original designs, artwork, and storyboard that Brad Parker made for the first Jeepers Creepers. Much of the film's technical and production team have cameos at the horror convention. In turn, there are people with certain costumes that reference to Beetlejuice, It, The Shining, and among others. It is the first film in the franchise to not have the participation of Don E. Fauntleroy, who was the director of photography for the first 3 films. Some media have accused Screen Media Films of trying to steal the rights to Jeepers Creepers franchise from Victor Salva. This was denied by executives of the same who affirmed that they have a rental contract of rights of duration of 6 years, which had a clause with the right to extension of the use of the character and name, having as only the prohibition the mention or relation to the Jeepers Creepers comic by Dynamite, the company that also had parts of the rights to the character. Unlike Jeepers Creepers 1 and Jeepers Creepers 3, where the same truck was used although it was improved, a new truck was used in this movie. Filmed in the United Kingdom, making it the first Jeepers Creepers movie to be shot outside of the United States. This is the second Jeepers Creepers film that contains images filmed in Louisiana, USA, where Jeepers Creepers 3 was previously filmed. To choose the official cast, a long and complicated casting process was carried out that was based on endless calls from Zoom, since due to the blockade by COVID, no one was allowed to meet, something that for the director turned out to be a rather strange experience. The filming in Louisiana was a bit affected by the Hurricane Delta, which left the production without power for a day. This added to the fact that near where the technical team was staying, there was a prison nearby whose highway had multiple signs that warned do not pick up passengers. Brad Rushing was hired to be in charge of the cinematography of the film. However, for reasons of prevention to the strong outbreaks of COVID, he withdrew from the project, simply filming the first 10 minutes of the film, being replaced by Simon Rowling in the rest of the film in the UK and part of Finland. In the film, you can see some dolls similar to voodoo dolls. Each of these voodoo dolls represent the victims of the first Jeepers Creepers movie. Derry Jenner, the Cat Lady, Robert Gideon, Natasha Weston, also the official whose heart was eaten by the creeper, the criminal whose leg he ate, and the dying young man that Derry finds in the House of Pain. Wow, so as you guys can see, there is a lot of differences to this movie than the other movies, which raises some kind of worries to me. Like, for example, let's forget about Victor Salva's disgusting history and all the shit that he's done in his past. Let's forget about that for a second, but he is a really good director and a really good movie maker. I mean, those first 2 movies were the best. The third one, in my opinion, I didn't like it. It was just it didn't really fit the same atmosphere as the first 2 movies. It just seemed too modern. The other 2 were like really scary. I remember being genuinely scared of them when I was a kid. That being said, I think one of the things that really made the Jeepers Creepers movies stand out to me the most was the fact that they were filmed in like Central Florida, which is known for like the wide open fields and like these trees that are just notorious in the Jeepers Creepers movie, which is like the Spanish moss draping down and stuff like that. And it just gives like those trees that were surrounding the church in the first movie, just gives that really like weird like subtropical atmosphere about it. And the characters are all sweaty and like you can tell there's that atmosphere. There's like an orange glow throughout the movie, and it's different than like the California Hollywood movies. And I think that's like a very special element in the Jeepers Creepers movies. Now, this is going to be filmed in the United Kingdom, which is concerning to me. Not only that it's not going to look anything like Florida because the UK is completely different, but it's also concerning me like, who are these actors? We don't know who they are yet. All we know is that there's going to be a couple from the first installments. I'm not sure. I've heard that Jonathan Breck will be returning as the Creeper for this movie, but it's worrying me a little bit. I don't want the same thing to happen to the Jeepers Creepers movies as what happened to the Wrong Turn movies, where they literally started filming it and using British actors playing Americans, and it was awful. You could hear the British accents. It just, like, it's supposed to be based in West Virginia, and you've got, like, British people talking throughout the whole movie, like, acting as Americans, and it just didn't make sense to me. So I'm a little worried about that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want them to fuck it up. Another thing is I'm a little disappointed by, which I think we all are, is we all wanted Gina Phillips to return, and we wanted her to like fight with the Creeper and find out, like, get some kind of justice for Darry's death. You know, she's been waiting for 23 years, and at the end of the third movie, it kind of implies that she's gonna be back in the next time. But unfortunately, she's not gonna be back. She would have been back with Victor Salva's Jeepers Creepers 4, but this one is not. It's like Reborn, but it is going to recognize the first installments. I don't know how they're going to do this. I don't know why they went overseas to film it anyway. But I guess we're going to have to find out. But guys, let me know in the comment section, are you excited for this movie? And hit the like button if you are. Let me know in the comment section what your opinions are as of like what I've just said to you. I think it's cool that they are adding like the voodoo dolls to represent the characters from the first movie. But I don't know, I'm a little nervous about this one, I gotta be honest. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Remember the most important thing, chase your dreams and keep on fighting. Peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoy my videos and you would like to support me and my channel more and also be featured in my videos, go check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. I would really appreciate any help you guys have to offer. As you can see, we have different tiers, different rewards, so go over there, check it out, and I would really appreciate that. Every little helps. Thank you so much. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe with the notification bell on, and also follow me on all my social media. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat. So go follow me on all of those, and remember the most important thing, I love you guys, and chase your dreams.